joint lead at the top of League One, and it's not Sunderland. We see Pompey up there, but who's the other one? We'll take a little look. Nick. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We look forward to match number 4 over in League One, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash that subscribe button to keep your bang on today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, League One related, world football related. We got it all here. Under one Rooski, that's right, sitting pretty. The County brothers, that's right, of course, with Pompey on goal difference. Just behind them, though, also the same amount of points, is Jimmy Floyd's Burton boys. Last season, of course, relegation fodder they were, but of course they bounced back then, and they've just kept on getting better. Sitting pretty in second spot at the moment with 9 points from 9. Of course, in a very, very tight and interesting and lively and, of course, complicated League One campaign. Of course, we're getting to the match number 4 in just a second. A big, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons, boys and girls. Thank you for your loyalty. I do appreciate it. But anyway, we're going to jump in the deep end and have a little look. And of course, my picks from match number 3, your picks, of course, and then we'll kick on further to match number 4. So let's jump into it and have a little look then, shall we? Here we go. Kicking on back then, shall we? Accrington Stanley. Hooray! That's right. Took on Doncaster and they won. And I got that one bang on point, boys and girls. 1-0 in the end. Burton Albion did pick up a win against Sunderland. 2-2 was my pick. I didn't think they'll get something out of it, but I didn't think they'd go the whole distance. Cheltenham against Ipswich. 2-1 win for Cheltenham. Big win for them. Of course, Ipswich a bit wobbly at the moment. Been spending a bit of money and they're not really seeing the rewards at the moment, down in 19th right now. Morecambe, of course, a good start for them, but they did lose to Rotherham 1-0 on the day. 2-1 for me going the other way, shame on me. Lincoln City did lose to Bolton Wanderers, of course, looking good at the moment as well. Where are they? Bolton. They must be up there. They're around about 9th, of course. Lincoln City, of course, not too shabby as well, in the mix in 13th spot at the moment. But of course, early days. Meanwhile, MK Dons, of course, new manager, bounce perhaps. 2-1 win for MK Dons over Charlton. Charlton Athletic. 2-2 was my pick. Oxford United against Crewe was a 1-0 win. I got that one bang on point. Not too shabby there. Plymouth Argyle did pick up a draw against Cambridge, 1-1 in the end, 2-1 for me. Pompey did beat Shrewsbury. I went with a 3-0. It was only a 1-0. Sheffield Wednesday also beat Fleetwood Town. I went with a 2-0. It was a 1-0. Wigan and Wycombe also drew as well. 1-1. Final score there, 2-2 for me. And of course, I went with the win for Wimbledon, but they drew with the Gillingham as well. So not too shabby. I got myself, 5 out of 12, which is not brilliant, but of course, where does it rank in, of course, with you nerds, you football nerds? We'll have a look in a minute. But of course, it's the table right now. Of course, you see Pompey leading the charge at the moment. Burton right up there. Wycombe also in contention as well, yet to taste defeat. As like Sheffield Wednesday or Oxford. Also, Bolton, Wimbledon yet to taste defeat, and I think that just about does it. Shrewsbury, Doncaster, Fleetwood and Crewe are going down at the moment. Charlton and Ipswich in a bit of bother already, and of course, they need to get some results, and fast. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Of course, I got 5, which would have put me around about 22nd, something like that. But of course, as you can see at the top of the table, is Joachim Jackson with a respectable, if not impressive, 9 out of 12. So well done to you for prediction king for this week, or this particular match day. Of course, the defending champion Russell Frost right up there. MCO back also up there. Pennywise, the clown, is up there as well. Anyway, let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. Here we go. This is what real matters. And it's Deepak the Great with 21 points at the moment, looking very, very good. Alex Well also up there. MCO back up in joint second. Russell Frost just keeping himself steady. Doesn't want to peak too soon. Any double names in there? If you see a double name, guess what? That's your own bloody fault. That's right, because I've been telling you, keep your name as is. Don't go mucking about with changing. I'm sure there must be somebody in there. But anyway, Winky's doing good, of course. He's a fountain of knowledge over there. So let's get cracking in the show. Of course, take a look at match number 4. Here we go. Of course, this is the link. Cutley/League One number 4. That's right. If you want to get involved, it is free to enter. Still plenty of time to jump in. Of course, we will be looking at maybe doing not necessarily Manager of the Month awards, but Manager of the Month recognition. And there might be something at the end of the season where I'll see who won the Manager of the Month's awards and how many of them they won, and maybe there'll be like Willy Wonka tickets for an entry to a prize, something like that. But I'm still figuring it all out. But I just want to say that there is reason for you to start, even if you start in the month of September, even if you start in the month of March and you win the respectable months. then there's something there for you. So I just want to put that out there. So there's the grand prize winning, whoever comes out at the top at the end of it. There is, of course, the manager of the month sort of recognition. So there's always reason for you to start. So why not wait later? Just get cracking now and, of course, start getting your points up there. So let's get going then, shall we? Of course, take a look at match number 4. Okay, we'll kick it off with a bit of a zinger. It is Sunderland up against Wimbledon, of course. Now, these two sides play each other 5 times in 2018. 4 wins for Sunderland, nothing for Wimbledon, and 1 draw. The biggest win for Sunderland over Wimbledon was a 3-0 win. In fact, they scored 10 goals to Wimbledon's 3 over the course of those 5 matches. Again, these matches are taking place on the 21st of August, which is this coming weekend. Heading into this, of course, Sunderland, not too shabby start to the campaign. Picked up 6 points out of a respectable 9. Not too shabby there. Did lose to Burton, of course. Wimbledon are also unbeaten, though, heading into this. Of course, picked up a win against Doncaster, back-to-back draws against Bolton and Gillingham. Look at the odds on this one. We have 20-13 on Sunderland favourites at home. Of course, 3-1 is your draw. 4-1 is your long shots. That's AFC Wimbledon on this one. I do think Sunderland will bounce back with a 2-0 win and, again, get himself back in contention to be top, if not in that area, within touching distance anyway. Next up, we have Bolton up against Oxford, who play each other 9 times since 1993. 4 wins for Bolton, 1 win for Oxford, and 4 draws. The biggest win for Bolton over Oxford was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-0 win. That was the one and only win. Last time I played over in Bolton was a 0-0 draw in League One back in September 2019. Of course, Bolton come into this on the back of a 3-3 draw against MK Dons. They did draw with Wimbledon. They also beat Lincoln as well to start unbeaten, of course. They've also got a nice win, a scalp of a Barnsley from the Championship in the Calabria Cup as well. So not too shabby there. As for Oxford, also coming to this pretty good. Drew with Cambridge, of course, bit of a rivalry there. Charlton and Crewe wins there. Also beaten Burton as well. So not too shabby. Oxford are looking the real bloody deal at the moment. Of course, 6-4 is your Bolton, 17-10 is your Oxford, 5-2 is your draw. So tight this one. I probably might even change that to a draw, but I'm going to go with 2-1 win for Bolton because back at home they are a bit of a force to be reckoned with. Kicking on further though is Cambridge up against Burton. Albion, of course, one of the joint leaders. They played each other 13 times in 2005, 5 wins apiece, 3 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Cambridge over Burton was a 4-2 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-1 win. Last time they played each other over in, of course, Cambridge was a while back. It was back in 2015 in the league. It was a 3-2 win for Burton. That was in League 2. Of course, they did play each other in the EFL Trophy Southern Group in Burton. It was a 4-2 win for Cambridge. That was, of course, last season. Heading into this, of course, Cambridge, okay start to the campaign. A draw against Oxford. They drew against Plymouth. They did lose to Accrington, of course. They did beat Swindon in the Calabria Cup. As for the opposition, Burton, of course, 100%. They did lose to Oxford in the Cup, which, of course, could be a bone of contention later on in the season with a bit of mental games for Oxford whenever they take on Burton. But anyway, let's get going. Look at the bookies odds. We have Cambridge 21-10 for the victory, 9-4 draw, 13-10 is your Burton Albion on this one. Tough one, this one, going with a draw. That's right, 1-1 in the end. Charlton up against Wigan, of course. Two of my tips for promotion. Not the best start for Charlton anyway. I'm not too sure about Wigan. They played each other 14 times, 2005, 6 wins for Charlton, 5 wins for Wigan, and 3 draws. The biggest win for either of the two sides over each other was a 3-0 win. Last time they played each other over in the Valley, it was a 1-0 win for Charlton. That was back in October 2020. Yes, Charlton have started with a draw against Wednesday. They lost to Wimbledon in the Cup. They lost to Oxford and lost to MK Dons. A respectable 2-1 win on the road, though. As for Wigan, they also lost opening day against Sunderland. They did beat Hull in the Cup. They did beat Rotherham and drew with Wycombe as well. So 4 points from impossible 9. It's not brilliant, but it is moving in the right direction, getting points on the board, and that's what you need. Bookies odds on this one. We have Charlton 5-4 for the victory, 20-10 is your away win, 12-5 is your draw. For me, going to go with a 2-1 for the hosts. That's right. Charlton finally get themselves moving in the right direction. Crewe Alexandra up against Accrington Stanley. That's right. Taking place also this coming weekend. Played each other 15 times 2009. 7 wins apiece. 1 draw. The biggest win for Crewe over Accrington was a 5-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-0 win. Last time played each other in Crewe was a 2-0 win for Crewe. That was back in February 2021. Crewe come into this. Not great start for them. Drawing with Cheltenham. Back-to-back defeats though. Just scored 1 goal this season in the league. And that was in opening day against Cheltenham. Meanwhile, Accrington Stanley come into this. Not too shabby for them. Lost to Wigan on opening day. Did beat Rotherham in the Cup. Did beat Cambridge and did beat Doncaster as well to go 6 points from 9. Not too shabby for them as well. Looking at the odds on this one, we have Crewe, who are struggling, 20-20 for the victory, 17-10 is your Accrington, and 5-2 is your tight one. This one, going to go though with Crewe at home, 1-0 win. Bit of a local one, that one. Doncaster Rovers taking on, of course, Pompey, of course, leaders at the moment. Doncaster not looking good with Richie Wellens at charge. 15 times they've played each other since 2010. 7 wins for Doncaster, 4 wins for Pompey, and 4 draws. The biggest win for either of the two sides, 3-1 win over each other. Last time around, over in Doncaster was a 2-1 win at the Keep Moat. That was right back in March 2021. Of course, Doncaster, not great start, losing to Wimbledon, losing to Sheffield Wednesday, and losing to Accrington. Did beat Walsall in the Cup, though. As for Pompey, of course, 3 wins from 3. Did lose to Millwall in the Cup, but that's okay. Look at the odds on this one. We have 13-5 for Doncaster, 12-5 is your draw, and 21-20 is your Pompey. They are your leaders. I've gone with them as well. 3-1 win. Big, but flexing the muscles a little bit on that. Gillingham take on Morecambe. That's right. Also coming up this Saturday. Take a look at them. They played each other 8 times in 2008. 4 wins for Gillingham, 1 win for Morecambe, and 3 draws. The biggest win for Gillingham Gillingham over Morecambe was a 5-0 win. The biggest win the other was a 2-1 win. Last time I played over in Gillingham was a 2-1 win for Gillingham back in November 2012. It's been a while, goodness gracious me. Of course, Gillingham have been in League One for the longest time. Of course, Morecambe just got here for the nearest time. Of course, heading into this even Stevens is Gillingham 5-2 is draw, 5-2 is your away win. That is Morecambe. Gillingham, my favourites, of course, at home. I think they're going to take it 2-0 in the house. Let's go and then, shall we? Of course, Fleetwood Town up against Cheltenham. Also this coming weekend. Well, if I can click on the right bloody thing. They played each other 4 times in 2012, 1 win apiece, 2 draws. The biggest win for Fleetwood over Cheltenham was a 2-1 win. The biggest win the other was a 2-0 win. That's right, of course. Duff against Grayson. It's Burnley against Rovers in the dugouts, of course. So we'll be back in your Fleetwood. They played each other last round at Fleetwood. Was a 2-0 win for Cheltenham in League 2 back in December 2013. Bookies odds on this one. What do we have? We have Fleetwood 5-4 for the victory, 9-4 is your Cheltenham, and 9-4 is your draw. I've gone with Cheltenham. What have I done? I've gone with the Burnley 6-finger freakazoid at the dugout. But of course, they are a decent team at the moment, and of course, Fleetwood are struggling. So yes, go with that. Go with my football sense, not my heart. Next up, of course, I have Ipswich Town against MK Dons. Played each other 15 times in 1993. 8 wins for Ipswich, 2 wins for MK Dons, 5 draws. The biggest win for Ipswich over MK was a 4-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 5-1 win. Take that and smoke it, they say. Of course, last time around at Ipswich was a 0-0 draw back in in April 2021, a 0-0 draw. Of course, Ipswich coming to this on the back of 2-2 opening day draw against Morecambe. They lost to Burton, they lost to Cheltenham, so not great. Newport County also beat them in the Cup. As for MK Dons, they've responded well after that 5-0 opening day loss to Bournemouth in the Cup. They picked up a draw against Bolton, picked up a narrow defeat against Sunderland, and responded with a 2-1 win against Charlton to make it 4 wins for 4 points for a possible 9. Bookies odds on this one, we have 21-20 for Ipswich, 25 is draw, 12-5 is your away win. MK Dons gone with Ipswich though, but it could go either way. Rotherham United take on Sheffield Wednesday, of course, bit of a local rivalry, this badger. Also, this is the early kickoff on the 21st. It's 19 times I played each other since 2001. 7 wins for Rotherham, 8 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, 4 draws. The biggest win for Rotherham over Sheffield Wednesday was a 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-0 win. Last time I played each other at the New York Stadium was a 3-0 win for Rotherham back into October 2020. That was last season in the Championship. Of course, Rotherham, okay start of the campaign, beat Plymouth, lost to Accrington in the Cup, lost to Wigan, but responded with a 1-0 win against Morecambe. As for Sheffield Wednesday, looking good at the moment. Did lose to Huddersfield at the Cup, drew with Charlton opening day, back-to-back wins, and yet to concede a goal in the league. As for the bookies odds on this one, we have Rotherham coming at you 13-10 for the victory, 20-10 is your Sheffield Wednesday, and 9-4 is your draw. Rotherham, no, they ain't no slouches. I do think they'll get something out of this, but I do also think Sheffield Wednesday will get something out of this with a 1-1 draw. Into the final two now, we have strugglers Sheffield Wednesday up against Plymouth, who started okay. They locked horns for they'll be the 11th time this coming weekend, played each other 10 times prior since 2011. 2 wins for Shrewsbury, 5 for Plymouth, and 3 draws. The biggest win for Shrewsbury over Plymouth, 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-0 win. Last time I played each other over in Shrewsbury, that was at the New Meadow or Gay Meadow or whatever it is. 3-0 win for Shrewsbury back in April 2021. Last time around, or heading into this, should I say, Shrewsbury, what are they looking at? 3 defeats or 4 defeats in the spin, including, no, in fact, they did beat Lincoln in the Cup, 3 defeats in the spin in the league, haven't scored a goal. Wow, we well. Plymouth, though, opening day lost to Rotherham, did beat Peterborough 4-0 convincingly in the Cup, responded also with a 1-0 win in the league, and followed that with a 1-1 draw, of course, against Cambridge. Look at the odds on the situation in the bookies then, shall we? What are we looking at? Shrewsbury coming at you, 5-4 for the victory, 9-4 draw, 11-5 is your Plymouth. Tough one, this one. Going to go with Shrewsbury, finally get the 3 points in the bag, but I think they're going to struggle long term. And then finally, Wycombe up against Lincoln. This could be a playoff final, or it already was, I don't know. But anyway, played the 15 times in 2004, 7 wins for Wycombe, 5 wins for Lincoln, 3 draws. The biggest win for Wycombe over Lincoln, 3-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-0 win. Last time I played over at Adams Park was a 3-1 win back in September 2019 in League One. Of course, Wycombe looking good at the moment. Beat Accrington, beat Exeter in the Cup, beat Cheltenham, drew with Wigan. As for Lincoln, of course, they opened up with a draw against Gillingham, lost to Shrewsbury in the Cup, responded with a win against Fleetwood, and of course lost to Bolton as well, to be in mid-table at the moment. Bookies are 7-5 as your Wycombe, 25 is draw, 50-8 is your long shots. That is, of course, Lincoln City. That's right. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Wycombe on this one. They look good right now, and that is my picks. I'm actually number 4. Be sure to get your picks in right here. Where am I saying? Right here at this link. Okay, it's cut.ly/League One number 4. Get involved. Match number 4 right at you. And again, I'll see you soon for match number 5. Until then, be sure to give the video some love and smash the old thumbs up, smash the old subscribe, hit the little bell, and of course make sure you drop a comment down there to let me know what you're thinking about the predictions, of course, who you think is going to go up, who you think is going to go down, and of course anything like that. And of course be sure to get your predictions in. I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that is. Until then, thumbs up, subscribe, I'm out of here.